This episode of Baddies Caribbean was called Don't Get Too Comfortable, and bitch, I see why. Because Miss Gretchen came into the Baddies Caribbean house and got real comfortable too quick, as we saw. And you better believe we're going to talk about it. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here, you know what to do. Go ahead and click that subscribe button so you never miss out when I post new videos, okay? Also, if you don't mind, click the thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm. YouTube will share this video out so more beautiful people like yourself can find me here. And we can continue going and keep this party rolling, okay? Also, get in the comment section because I would love to hear your thoughts on this episode. What did you think of the whole Gretchen situation? Do you think she was totally out of line and wrong? Or do you feel like, people are being too sensitive and Gretchen should have gotten a pass? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that and the rest of the episode. Now, last but not least, if you would like to join the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list for anyone that chooses to go that route, okay? Now, if you leave a super chat via YouTube, please be mindful that YouTube will take 50% of the money that you tip and donate to us creators, okay? Just wanted to throw that out there. Now, let's get into this episode because, baby, was this an explosive one? This one from start to finish was explosive. There was a lot going on. We had Gretchen versus the house. We had Sapphire versus Bianca Bonnie. We had Tinka Bella versus Diamond the Body. I mean, it was just a lot going on, but we're going to get into it, okay? We're going to get into it. Now, it starts with Bianca versus Sapphire, because that's where the last episode ended, right? We know that Bianca came in hot when they were having dinner, and she went immediately after Sapphire and attacked Sapphire. So now, Sapphire is trying to get her lick back. She wants to fight this girl. They're fighting. We see Bianca rips Sapphire's wig off. Bianca, you came in all mouth. She wanted to be this, she wanted to be that girl, and she wanted to get a moment off of Sapphire when it really just looked desperate and thirsty as fuck. And then you can't fight. All we seen you do was rip Sapphire's wig off. And then she put her wig in the toilet. Like, what kind of scumbucket are you? What kind of lady? Are you a lady? Or are you a tramp? Because it's giving tramp. It's not giving lady. It's giving the tramp. Because you're spitting on people. You're putting people's wigs in the toilet. And then you pissed on it. You said you pissed on it. Like, you're just déclassé. No class at all. It's giving skanky. It's giving like, ew, like we don't hang out with those kind of girls. We're classy girls over here. And you're giving like $2 trick vibes. So, I don't know. And then my whole thing is, like, I know they're in a huge house with a lot of bathrooms. But whoever's bathroom that bitch done clogged the drain up. Or I don't know if all the drains connect. If she done clogged the entire system up. Like, we know if we can't piss and shit tomorrow, who to blame, bitch? We see Taseki go and pick the wig up out of the toilet. Ew. Now, Taseki said she grabbed the dry part, but I noticed that she thought that was foul, what Bianca did. So everybody's peeping out what Bianca did. And I don't think people are really feeling Miss Bianca in this moment, right? Now, Mariah says she had no idea. Now, Mariah she flip-flopped more than a fish that was just caught. Like, just flip. Because if this is your friend, Mariah, this is your friend, like you keep saying, why was you so quick to wipe your hands clean of your friend if she was defending you? If your friend was coming in and defending you, you're so worried about looking good to the other girls that you didn't even have your friend's back. They called Mariah in there, and she was like, I had no idea this was going to happen. She said, when I found out that Bianca got casted, I told Bianca, don't do that to Sapphire. And I'm like, don't do what to Sapphire? Y'all already talked about this? Because if you didn't know it was gonna happen, then why did you say you told her not to do it before when she got casted? You see what I'm saying? It was just a contradiction. And then your friend fighting for you. And then Bianca has came out, according to some of my subscribers here, Bianca has came out and released screenshots where showing that Mariah did know what was going down. Mariah did know that Bianca was going to come in and attack Sapphire. Mariah, you didn't think those were going to get leaked? Unless those are fake text messages, Mariah, you're really looking like a snake fake bitch. We didn't want you back on this season anyway, Mariah. Last season, you really gave phony, fugazi, fake, fraudulent, as fake as those floaters right here and back here. Sorry, Mariah. You're just, I'm just not here for her. Now, I'm trying to give the Claremont twins a chance, but so far, you know, this is their second episode that they've been on, and they're not really giving us much. They're just kind of sitting there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, yo, you guys already have in your contracts that you don't have to fight, that you're not going to be fighting, so you got to give us something else. This show is strictly driven off fighting. So you're going to have to give us some sort of entertainment value to keep our attention and make it worth the money that Zeus paid you. Like Aubrey O'Day, for example, is, you know, some people are saying that she's bringing the comedic relief. Aubrey is also narrating in her confessionals as well. She's telling the story as the show goes on, right? She's kind of explaining what's going on, giving her take on it. And the Claremont twins aren't really just giving us much. They're just giving us, you know, the body. Now Meatball starts talking about how this new girl, Gretchen, has been popping her shit online, been popping her shit before she even got here. So the producers cue the new girls to come in, right? Because Meatball's talking her shit. So it's like, oh, perfect time, bring the new girls in. So I'm just like, finally, some new blood. Finally, some new girls that we've never seen before. Finally, it's not Natalie, it's not Rolly, it's not Krishan, it's not Scotty. Thank God. So the new girls walk in, Gretchen walks in, and baby Meatball just out of nowhere, pop! Sneaks her and sucks her right in the face. Because Gretchen did tell Meatball that she snuck her, and Meatball said she didn't, but I do think that was a sneak. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Meatball snuck her, or do y'all think that was a fair attack? It did feel like Meatball did sneak her. I'm just gonna be real. Now, when Gretchen talks to Meatball, like, what the fuck? What was that about? Meatball says, you told me, or no, I'm sorry. When they start talking about the situation, Gretchen tells Meatball, you told me that they wanted, wait, do I got this right? Yeah, sorry. So many girls, y'all, I don't want to get confused. Gretchen told Meatball, you told me that they wanted me out of the house. And I asked you who, and you wouldn't tell me. So apparently, I guess this made Gretchen paranoid, wondering who wanted her out of the house. So she went online talking shit, and that pissed Meatball off. This is what Gretchen's claiming. So I don't know who told Meatball that they wanted Gretchen out of the house. I don't know if producers were planting bugs in Meatball's ear to get this drama started for her to go back and tell Gretchen this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that's just what they were saying in the episode. Now we see Diamond the Body come in, and she says, you know, I noticed Tinkerbella right off the bat, and me and Tinkerbella have unfinished business because we know that Tinkerbella and Diamond the Body, you know, they were at the auditions, they were fighting. That's how they got their spot on the show. And as soon as Diamond the Body sees Tinkerbella, she's like, let's go. Let's get our 1-2, right? Let's fight. And baby, Tinkerbella got some strength. Because the way she latched on to Diamond the body and was just like, she pushed her out them doors, and then they just, bam, slammed her on the concrete. They landed on the concrete. I was like, I know that shit had to hurt. But Diamond, I'm disappointed in you because you kept letting Tinkerbella get you in the headlock, get you on the ground. Every chance that Tinkerbella had, she was getting you on the ground in that headlock. Now, something about Diamond reminds me of Ann Moore. Does anybody else see that? I don't know what it is about Diamond, but she looks like and sounds like Ann Moore to me. Like her and Ann Moore, I feel like could be sisters. Ann from Baddies South. Now, the biggest moment from the episode tonight was when we hear Gretchen arguing with Meatball, arguing with someone, and she drops the N word and says that word, right? And it didn't go well, obviously. Now, let Gretchen tell it. She's trying to defend herself in the confessionals, and she's saying that she didn't mean it racist, because she said that she felt attacked, and when she feels attacked, she uses that word. And I'm just like, Gretchen, baby girl, you've got to go to therapy or counseling or something, and you got to figure out why, when you feel attacked, you feel the need to use that word. It doesn't make sense to me, Gretchen, why you feel like when you are ganged up on or attacked, you have to use that word. You shouldn't be using that word, period, my love. And Gretchen, you've either been around a lot of your friends and family that don't hold you accountable and allow you to say that word, or they're saying that word too. You're all just saying it. Or B, you haven't been clocked yet. You hadn't been clocked prior to Baddies. Because if you had, you wouldn't be saying it. Or I don't know, maybe she would be, because Jayla and them did clock her and she was still saying the word. I don't know. I feel like you should know better, Gretchen. She says she's Puerto Rican. I don't care. You're not black. There may be black Puerto Ricans. You're not one of them. You're a white Puerto Rican. Okay? And ethnicity and race are two different things, which, that's an important factor. We talked about that in the live after show. You're a white Puerto Rican. You're not black, and you do not get a pass to say that word. So don't play the victim when you start saying it and you get clocked in your lip. I just don't understand why it's so hard to grasp that. People want to be cool and feel cool so bad that they have to say that word. Your pride and your ego gonna get you fucked up. And then I'm like, well, we got another Mariah Lynn on the cast, because she claims since she's Puerto Rican, she can say this word. Like, I need Mariah Lynn and I need Gretchen to come to the front and understand. And Smiley and the rest of y'all white girls that be saying this word so casually, you're not black. Get it through y'all's thick skulls. Newsflash, baby girls. It's always these white girls or these white passing Latina girls that be feeling like they got the most, they can say it. They feel like they can, I don't know. Now, Jayla tells her when she says that word, I'm going to need you to stop saying that word. And she says, well, I didn't mean any way, when I get mad, I say that word. And she says, well, I'm going to need you to stop saying it. And then Gretchen screams, I don't give a fuck. And baby, what Jayla did, what Miss Jayla Mina did in that moment is what I would have done in that moment. And y'all know I don't care for Jayla. I've never cared for Jayla. But tonight's episode, I feel like she was justified in everything she did. When Gretchen screamed, I don't give a fuck, that would have been the very moment that I wouldn't have gave a fuck either. And I would have done exactly what Jayla had done and grabbed across. The only difference is my aim would have been better and I would have got her quicker. I would have been faster. Well, granted, if this was another man, obviously. If I was in this situation with another male, I would never hit a woman if she said that word, obviously. But if I was in another situation with a male who told me he didn't give a fuck when I just asked him to not say that word, I'm leaping across and I'm grabbing you and I'm snatching your ass the fuck up and you gonna give a fuck then. On period. Okay? I mean, it was on and popping then. At that point, when Jayla went across at her, everybody was ready to get Miss Gretchen wieners, okay? And here's the thing, y'all. It wasn't like they were mean to her when she said it. They asked her nicely. They were like, hey, yo, can you please not say that word? Don't say that. Don't say that word, please. They were cool. They could have been mean to her. They could have cussed her out. They could have hit her right then and there, no questions asked. But they, were telling her, please don't say that. When instead you scream back at these girls. Have you lost your motherfucking mind? These are girls who are already been on this show. These are girls who are OGs. You don't have to bow down and kiss their ass, but you got to show some kind of respect if you don't want to get your ass whooped. Welcome to Baddies, everybody hitting everybody. Didn't you hear the song, sis? Because I was waiting. I was waiting for Jayla to stomp this $2 Tampa trick. I was waiting on it. Now, Scotty had me laughing in parts of this episode because she was like trying to break the fights up. And at one point she said, see, this is what happens when you say the N-word. This is what happens. She was like, I don't know. We were talking about this tonight in the live that Scotty's growing on me. She's growing on me. Like, I don't know. I like Scotty. I guess it's because she's just always going to be around. She's kind of like that person you don't care for, but they be around for a long time and they grow on you. I don't know, but I'm sure she'll do some fuck shit later that'll piss me off. I don't know. But at this point, Gretchen's got the whole house against her, right? The whole house is against her, and Dia tells her, Dia's the one from the Caribbean, the islands. My island accent sucks, but y'all know Dia. And I agree with Dia when she tells Gretchen, if you don't give a fuck how we feel when it comes to that, then you need to go. You need to go, Gretch. It's time to bounce, sis. You're outnumbered at this point. Why would you want to be there? Because they're going to make your baddies experience miserable. Just saying. Now, Gretchen goes back in her confessional. She goes into trying to explain herself, saying, where she comes from, no one gets upset when she says it. See what I was saying? That's her problem. Nobody at home gets upset when she says it. Nobody's holding her accountable. Nobody's saying, you shouldn't say that word, right? She don't have any good friends around her. Either that or her friends are saying it too, and everybody just saying it. But she also says, that's just how she grew up. That's just what she's been around. She's Puerto Rican. Her granddad's black. I think she said at one point too. I'm just like, girl, the stereotypical response to somebody saying shit like that. Oh, well, I got a friend that's black. Girl, bye. Bye. Like, you're not black. I don't care if you're Mexican. I don't care if you're Honduran. I don't care if you El Salvadorian. I don't care if you Puerto Rican, Colombian, baby. I don't care what you are. You're not black. Now, I get that there are black Colombians or, and things like that. And black Puerto Ricans. But Gretchen is not one of them. Gretchen, when she gets pulled over, she's a white American woman. Okay? And y'all, I'm sorry, I'm really sleepy. So if I look like I'm just out of it, like I'm high, fucked up, I'm just really tired, okay? It's like 3:30 in the morning, so y'all just bear with me. And I've just filmed like a 4-hour live, so trying to keep it together. So thank y'all for bearing with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, if you're still watching. Now, Aubrey notices Aubrey and Jayla are chilling. You know, they kicking it in the living room, and Jayla or Aubrey notices that right here on Jayla, there's a mark, and she's like, "Oh my God, Jayla, what happened?" And Jayla's like, "Gretchen bit me. That bitch bit me." She realizes that Gretchen bit her when her and Jayla were interlocked on the floor, wrestling one another, and and you know, Aubrey says, "Oh my God, babe, what happened? Did that white girl do that?" Um, that's why I say Aubrey's bringing more than the Claremont twins is, because at least she's engaging in conversations, right? It sort of seems like the Claremont twins just aren't saying anything. But there is like this hole. It's like a fucking hole in Jayla's chest. I'm like, this bitch really, like, you know, she didn't just bite her. She pulled a plug out of her. You know, when somebody bites you, you just got bite marks. Bitch, there's a hole. And Gretchen admits it. I'll give her that. I'll give the crazy bitch that. At least she admitted to it. Because we know that Biggie wouldn't admit to biting herself. I remember Biggie said that Rolly bit her. And Rolly might have, but I still say that Biggie bit herself. Um, but yeah, Gretchen's like, yeah, I bit her because I felt like I had no other choice. I was in a vulnerable position and I was trying to defend myself. It's like, girl, use your fist. I don't know. Do something else. Don't bite people. That's weird. Like, you're weird. Now, Jayla, when she realizes that she's been bit, she is pissed and she wants to line it up with Gretchen again. She tells Gretchen, line me up, my fade. I'm ready to fight again. In the words of Stassi from BGC New Orleans, you got 5 seconds to explain yourself or take this ass whooping. Right? I was rooting for Jayla to whoop this hoe's ass. I was rooting for Jayla the way that Camila's mama was rooting for her in BGC Las Vegas when she was saying, whoop her ass, Camila. That's the same way I was rooting for Jayla in this episode to get this girl, okay? Now, Jayla gets some licks in. At first, I see Jayla pop, 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 you know, tut, tut, tut. She got 3 or 4 punches in on Gretchen. I'm like, okay, now this is the Jayla that I've been hearing her talk about. You know, she's been saying she's the best fighter on Baddies, Miss Street Fighter. Okay, now I'm starting to see how, you know, she threw a few licks in, but then she grabbed her by the head of the hair. Or the hair. You know, she got her by her hair, and security said, no hair, no hair, no hair. And she just keeps her hair in her hand. And I just like, Jayla, punch this girl. Because Jayla just had her, like, she was like, Jayla had, like, was getting enjoyment out of just yanking her hair. She was like, she was loving it. I don't know. It was something about Jayla's face when she had her by the hair. But Jayla, I'm like, this was the perfect opportunity for you to do, boo, boo. Just deck it. You had the perfect chance. Now, no sooner than Jayla has to mollywop her, Gretchen gets up, one eyelash on, looking a fucking mess. People say that oh, y'all know, Gretchen's holding her own. Gretchen came in there and whooped her. Okay, whatever. Gretchen looked a fucking fool, was what Gretchen looked, okay? And then, right after Jayla socked her in the face, then she gonna get back up again and say, y'all lucky, my ninjas. She used the N-word again, except not the ninjas. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She dropped the word again. She said, y'all lucky, my N-word. Y'all lucky I've been drinking all day. You're still using the word. You're still using the word. And then y'all love to blame it on the alcohol. Gretchen, you love to blame it on the alcohol. You ain't drunk. You ain't that drunk, sis. You know what the fuck you doing. And then she started yelling at one point. Gretchen started saying, I'm not white. I'm not white. Let's make that clear. No, let's make it very clear that you are white. What the fuck else are you? You are white. Yeah, you're Puerto Rican, but you're also white. Race and ethnicity are two different things, baby girl. You're white Puerto Rican. You have no melanin in your skin. You have no hue, no shade of brown, no light shade of brown. No, what did T.S. Madison say in that song? In that song, that Beyonce song, Cozy? I'm dark brown, dark skin, light skin, beige, fluorescent beige. Bitch, I'm black. And you're none of those. You're none of those, Grim Reaper. Gretchen the Grim Reaper. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Corpse Bride, according to some of my subscribers. You're not dark brown, light brown, dark skin, light skin, beige, fluorescent beige. You're none of those, baby girl. You're chalky white, like chalk on a chalkboard. Ghost white, like powder white. Snow white. Understood? Let's make that clear, Gretchen. Now, Jayla says, if your mama's not black and your daddy's not black and you decide to call me an N-word, I'm going to let you swallow your teeth, period. And she was so serious, minus the swallow your teeth part. But no, the one thing about this fight with Jayla and Gretchen is it's authentic, right? This is an authentic fight. That fight with Jayla and Biggie, I felt like Jayla was looking for a reason to fight. I feel like she wanted to fight Biggie because the Claremont twins were there and they needed a fight for the episode. They needed some drama. They needed something. It was, you could just tell that it was really a forced fight. Even Biggie kind of felt like, what the fuck? Why are you attacking me? Oh my God, bro. Why are y'all doing Betty shot a clock when I'm just getting punched? It just all seemed really forced and fake. But this fight with Gretchen and Jayla is authentic and it's genuine. And you can really hear Jayla's raw emotions and how she feels about this girl saying this word. It's all real and raw. And I'm with you. When it comes to Jayla, I don't like her. I've said that. But I'm with you when you're wrong, and I'm with you when you're right. And tonight I'm with her, because I feel like she was right. Now, Scotty tries to pull Gretchen to the side and explain to her why she doesn't need to say that word. And Scotty's another one that is black, mixed. She's mixed. But she could be white passing to some, right? She could be white passing to some. So we don't hear Scotty. She's half black. We don't hear her dropping the N-word every 5 seconds. Now, we've heard her say it before, but, she don't say it. I know a lot of mixed people who don't say it. I'm mixed. I don't say it. My dad's black. My mom's white. I don't feel like I need to say that word. Why do we feel like we need to say it? Especially when we're not black. You're not black, baby girl. And I'm tired of, well, my brother's black, my sister's black, my granddad's black. That ain't a pass either. My entire family's black too. I don't say it. She said her granddad's black. She's got black kids. She's Puerto Rican. Save it, Gretchen. She's trying, at one point, she apologized. At one point, she apologized only to say it again. I'm like, this girl is either delusional, she's smoking crack, or she just don't care. And I'm starting to think it's all three. I'm starting to think it's all three. And Jayla clocked her again. Clock. Security was right there. That clock. Right through the security. Again, got her again. Now, I couldn't get a clear view. We couldn't see a clear view of, like, if it landed. But it looked like it. It sounded like it. And you know what? In any other circumstances, y'all, I would not be here for these girls tag teaming up on another girl and jumping up on another girl, jumping, whatever you want to call it. And y'all might get mad at me for this, but in this situation, I'm here for it. Y'all know how we feel about jumping over here on the channel. I've talked about it. I don't condone it. I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong. But I've also said in some situations, I think jumping could be okay. And this is one of them. Do I think that Gretchen should have got her ass stomped and beat and sent to the hospital? No. But I do think that she needed to be roughed up a little bit, punched up a little bit, slapped up a little bit, because you over here running your dick suckers this way, and you have all this courage to say you don't give a fuck. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see. And people might not agree with me on that, but what she did could be very triggering to a lot of people. Some people in the comments were saying, "Oh, people have to stop being so sensitive." If we stop being so sensitive and let people walk around saying the N-word, that means everybody and their mamas is gonna feel like they can call you, and me an N-word, or anybody. Then y'all gonna be having these racist white folks saying the N-word with a strong ER to your face like it's nothing, worse than they already are now. So no, fuck the too sensitive shit. You gotta hold people accountable. Words hold weight, and if you live in America, you know that we live in a free country where we can say whatever we want to say, but your words come with consequences. And the girl clearly doesn't care, right? She clearly doesn't care. Some of the girls were trying to educate her, even though they shouldn't have to educate her. I wouldn't have educated her big, grown, overgrown tail. She should know better. And in my opinion, you deserve blow by blow to your face until your mouth is sewn shut and you can't say the word anymore. Big Gretch. And one of the girls, too, what was her name? Slim, I think. Not the Slim we're thinking of. I think it's another Slim on this season. She had said that it was triggering for her. Hearing a white girl, say this word over and over again, it was triggering for her. And I can see that, especially if you're someone that was called this word growing up, or you were taunted with this word and teased with this word just because of the color of your skin, and someone equating that word to the color of your skin. It's just disgusting. And if you were teased or bullied or called that, or lived in a racist town and were heard, you heard those words, or whatever the case may be, those things, when people say these words, it can bring those memories up. Now, there towards the end of the episode, we saw Tinkerbella and the whole diamond thing, them trying to fight, right? What was going on with Tinkerbella's face? Because she was like pink. And even Diamond the Body kept calling it out. Diamond kept saying, "Bitch, I'm gonna beat you back into, your normal shade," because she was like pink and purple and red in her face. Some people were saying that she's bleaching her skin. I hope not. But she might be, considering that she's on the show. I could see her trying to bleach her skin before she got on the show, or while she's on the show, but I just don't understand that, baby. Ooh. But then some people could say they don't understand why some people tan their skin. Listen, I don't know, but one thing I do know is that Tinkerbella looked a motherfucking mess. A Tinker mess, okay? It wasn't giving Tinkerbella, it was giving Stinkabella. Because baby, Tinkerbella, she just kind of looks stinky. Like she just look like like she musty. She need a bath. Like she be walking on the street, like a street walker. No shade, but you're on TV, sis. Get pretty, get cute, get dolled up. Like her confessional. Her confessional. Why don't you give us that during the season? Because it's not giving Tinkerbella. Tinkerbella is a cute, pretty, dainty, feminine, daisy, smell good, fresh, You know, it's a cute name. You're giving Stinkabella. And I thought Tinkerbella was funny at first. Like I was here for her at first, but then she just got annoying. The crawling in the floor and the walking on the wig and all the extra shit she was doing. You know, some people found that funny. I found it to be that she was showing out for the cameras. I found it to be that this is her first time on TV and she don't know how to act. You know, it's kind of like when you take a kid to the store for the first time or you take a kid out of town and they don't know how to act. I feel like that's what Tinkerbella is doing in this moment, being on TV for the first time. She don't know how to act and she's showing out. It was giving drugs. And, you know, and I wasn't entertained by it. I'm sorry, I wasn't. Now, at the end of the episode, we see the girls go to the pool and they get naked, they jump in the pool, they're having fun. And we don't get to see this from the girls too often because they're so busy fighting. And I'm just like, this is nice. This is nice to see. You girls just let loose and have a good time and let your guards down. You know, I wish I could have saw some conversation between the girls. I wish we could have saw them bond a little bit, maybe relate to one another, maybe talk about their lives back home and, you know, just some real raw personable moments, not always the drama and the bullshit. I get so sick of the drama and the bullshit. I wish we could just see them for who they are as real human beings, you know. I feel like we see characters on this show. We don't get to really see these real people for who they really are. And I know that the show is driven by drama, but I just wish we could get a balance. Like, give us 60% drama, 40% the cast members and who they are and storylines. And y'all know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just nice to see. Um, Now, next week, we see Biggie talking to Tommy on FaceTime. Um, and then we see Tommy come in on her horse while they're on the beach. Tommy comes in on a horse. And I'm just really excited that Tommy's back in the picture because she's entertaining. And if they were going to bring anybody back, I wouldn't be mad at Tommy because I like seeing her. She's entertaining. I like seeing, you know, now she's a little cuckoo, I ain't gonna lie. And I don't agree with a lot of the stuff she says and does. I'm gonna be real with y'all. But I want to see her mop up Natalie. I want to see her, because here's the thing, Natalie don't want Tommy there. Just like Natalie don't want Callie there. But Natalie ain't got no choice. This is Lemon Pepper's show. Okay? Lemon Pepper run this shit. So if he wants Tommy there, he gonna have Tommy there. And they want Natalie to kind of get into a scuff with somebody. So they gotta have Tommy and Callie there, right? I'm looking forward to seeing that next week. What about y'all? Are y'all looking forward to seeing Tommy? And what did you think about what Gretchen had to say, dropping the N-word multiple times? Multiple times. Do you feel like she crossed the line and she deserved what she got? Or do you think people are being too sensitive and she should be able to say the word because she's Puerto Rican and because her granddad's black and because she sat on a black dick and got pregnant and popped out a half-black baby? Do y'all feel like she should be able to say that word? Let me know in the comment section. Join the conversation below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button right down there and also liking this video by clicking the thumbs up button. Subscribing and liking. That helps me get into the algorithm where more beautiful people like yourself can find me, okay? Last but not least, if you would like to join the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list. Thank you guys for supporting me. I appreciate it. I hope you all will tune in to my podcast, Damien After Dark, Season 4. Airing June 2nd right here, Sunday night at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern, only on Damien After Dark. And you can listen to it the next day on Spotify and Apple Music and all of that if you want to listen to it in the car or at work or whatever. I'm so excited. We're going to be discussing hot topics, pop culture, celebrity news, world news, politics, sex, relationships, astrology, and horoscopes. So much more. You can ask me questions and I'll give you my advice. It's going to be a lot, and I'm so excited to have you there, and I'd love to have you to be a part of it, okay? June 2nd, don't forget. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, And we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.